Bumper.com, whether you're selling, trading in, or even used car shopping, help get the best deal. Just go to Bumper.com for a detailed vehicle history report and estimated car value. See what your car may be worth at Bumper.com.
One's known for a chest that's bare, the other for out-of-control hair. It's time for...
Boris and Vlad.
Yeah. Man-on-man action. This week, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, the guy with a bowl of fettuccine on his head, blamed Russia's war in Ukraine on dudes being dudes.
You need more women in positions of power. If Putin was a woman, which he obviously isn't, but if he were, I really don't think he would have embarked on a crazy macho war of invasion and violence in the way that he has. If you want a perfect example of toxic masculinity, it's what he's doing in Ukraine.
Sorry, Boris, you flunked history. Or herstory. Researchers actually studied how often European rulers went to war between 1480 and 1913. In over 193 reigns, they found that states ruled by queens were 27% more likely to wage war than those ruled by kings.
Yes.
The experts blame most of that on their periods.
Oh, sexist group say.
How can you laugh at that sexist joke? Last time I'm taking, free humor from Kilmeade. Anyway. Now, earlier, Putin basically called Johnson a fat load because Johnson and other G7 summit leaders mocked Putin's physique earlier this week.
We all have to show that we're tougher than Putin.
No, Boris, please don't. But Putin hit back saying, quote, I don't know how they wanted to get undressed above or below the waist, but I think it would be a disgusting sight in any case. It's necessary to stop abusing alcohol and other bad habits, do physical exercise, and take part in sports. That sounds like the emails I send to The View. But... terrible. I'll just wait till the wild applause dies down. All right, but other weird erupted there. First, Joe says pain at the pump will continue until Ukraine wins.
How long is it fair to expect American drivers and drivers around the world to pay that premium for this war?
As long as it takes. So Russia cannot, in fact, defeat Ukraine and move beyond Ukraine. This is a critical position for the world.
And then Joe's National Economic Council director claims paying high gas prices, it's about the future of the liberal world order.
What do you say to those families who say, listen, we can't afford to pay $4.85 a gallon for months, if not years?
This is about the future of the liberal world order, and we have to stand firm.
Does this mean lizard people really exist? I'm just going to start investing in tinfoil hats, because holy So, Joe, how are you going to run the liberal world order when you had nothing to say about Putin at the summit?
No, that's not the way I do things, man. No, I'm a mano-a-mano guy. If I'm going to meet Putin, it's eye to eye, right? Like Rocky IV. I'm like Avon Drago. No, I'm like Rocky. That's how I took down Corn Pop. Oh!
I dropped the phone. I dropped my phone. Driver, pull over. Don't make me grab the wheel.
Kennedy, how do you feel about toxic masculinity being the cause of war?
I mean, I don't disagree with it, but the UK isn't exactly blameless in all of this. And is Boris Johnson saying, like, in fact, I identify as a woman, and that's how I'm going to overcome every challenge that might come my way from Parliament?
Yes.
Yes.
It's very macho.
But it's like look at every single war, especially the United States. It's just a sausage-swinging contest.
Right.
You know, it's like, look at the Pentagon Papers. You know, it was like, reasons we're helping Vietnam, 7%. Reasons we're there so we don't look like complete 93%. It's like, if that's not toxic masculinity, I don't know what is.
But so, Kat, they're saying, Boris is saying it's toxic masculinity that we're doing this war, and the war is the reason why our gas prices are so high. And it's all for the new world order, liberal world order. How do you feel about that as a globalist?
Thank you. Well, I mean, in my future country of Kazakhstan, we'll definitely be non-interventionists in our foreign policy.
Oh, that's good. That's
good. Keep that in mind, guys. Yeah, it is interesting to be watching cable news and have someone say, well, yeah, because it's the liberal world order. Duh. And to continue that interview, like he didn't say that.
It's kind of something that you would hear like a right-wing host accuse them of saying.
Right.
But they actually said it.
Yeah, it was wild. Things are wild. And then, Putin, I don't think anybody really cares that, he said all these Western leaders would look bad with their shirts off, with one exception. Justin Trudeau. He's probably wants to call Putin and be like, okay, I know we're not getting along, but you didn't mean me, right?
Yes. And it takes a lot of shoe polish to cover his bare chest. What?
Because he was in blackface. That's why.
Jim, care to comment on either toxic masculinity or Boris Johnson's hair? It's up to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, just that Boris assumed that Putin is a man, that's a reckless statement right there.
Right.
We don't know what's going on. He could be transitioning right now. You look at him. He's already got the boobs.
Yeah,
he's halfway through. He's got the boobs. That's a reckless statement by Boris.
It is. It is. How dare he just assume the pronoun?
I would kill for a rack like that.
Are you happy paying for more gas, knowing that we're fighting a war thousands of miles away because of it?
No, I'm not. And no one is. And they just think, we're just going to keep doing it. Go out and buy a $70,000 car, and then eventually you'll get your money back in 17 years. You'll break even.
Yeah.
Instead of buying a Honda Accord for $20,000.
Yes, exactly.
No one's thinking like that.
Exactly. Do they still make Accords?
Oh,
I have one. How do you think I got here?
Tom, this is kind of disturbing, don't you think? It's like something that you would tell me, in a whisper, it's the liberal world order.
That's what I've been saying this for years.
Yes.
And I think that's why they are maybe coming out with this now. Because I don't know who that guy was. He looked like some kind of evil character from a Bond movie with the goatee.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is about the liberal world order. Because I think the right-wingers have been saying it, so they're like, let's just come out and say it. Because now Alex Jones is going to be like, they said it's a liberal world order.
Yeah.
And he's like, now we know it isn't. It's about the frogs.
Yeah.
He'll go on to the next thing.
Yes.
So they're trying to throw us off now. But we know what it's for. And, of course, it is. And, yeah, I mean, look, Boris had a point. Of course, it's about toxic masculinity. I mean, I guess, but Putin likes that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When they mentioned it, Putin was like, "Yeah, of course it is."
Yeah. Strong men.
Yeah,
strong men.
Exactly.
I would rather be a toxic masculine man than I don't know.
And by the way, that picture of Putin is like 25 years old.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
You don't look like that no more.
Yeah, that's true.
Greg, one good thing about the New World Order, it was on CNN, so nobody saw it.
That's it.
Doesn't matter. Nobody saw it.
True. Up next, was the creator of Friends a jerk for the lack of diversity at Central Perk?